Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Pulls it in. It's Townsend. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense
breaks into the open. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cleese score. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He'll ride his man on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pick. Most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Quarterback on the keeper. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He might want another play. He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point... 7-0. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by throwing on that fumble. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. They'll run play action. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Using his legs, it's Patterson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Unloads to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Oh, they're after him. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. He'll do it himself. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Makes the catch. It's Morgan. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. That's caught. It's Moore. Turns it on in midfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cleescorn. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Right on target this time. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over time.
Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Unloads it left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He's got it. Fights off a defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry up. From the gun on third down. Hines is back in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up for it.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese.
Turning it on! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Right back to the well. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. And the Wolverines come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Haynes. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And the tackle was made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Running back searching for a hole. Runs through the tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Hawkeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the back. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. They kick it away on 4th down. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So here comes the Michigan offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The give to the back. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Trying to get it to the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. And the Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give to the single back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Here on 3rd down. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted to stop the threat. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Well, look what we have here, guys.